Hey, this is Jared. Sitting here with a stuffed nose because of these allergies. Been rocking my New Balances, Burgundies. Ka-chow.
He's looking me right in the eyes as he says that.
I am.
This is Bryce Lensing sitting here with a bunch of amateurs.
Ooh.
Nah, mostly just Jarrett.
That's fair.
You're cool, Josh.
Oh. Okay, I guess that I won't reply to that then. And I'm just Joshua B. Easy. And
this is the Takeoff Anytime podcast.
What's up, people? We are
yo.
He is spitting them yos because we're about to get real today. If you watching us on the video, you've noticed these two mics.
Look at the damn camera.
Nah, I never do. It's not I'm just that cool. I don't look at the camera.
When you have sex, you probably don't look the girl in the eye too.
I don't. I look away.
I had to. It makes me harder.
You looking in the face?
I'm looking in the
I don't
eyes.
like looking at people that. I like looking at women that close when I'm having sex with them.
See, I'm usually looking at the body. I'll admit.
I want to see
that's fair.
her face as she reacts to this dick.
I like this. I like to close my eyes and get more of like.
I like how he says
thing.
as she reacts to this dick.
Yeah, this dick.
This dick.
This dick.
I mean, I guess it's better than reacting to listening to her react to another dick. So it's all good. I understand.
Hey man, some guys
Or
like that.
just watching
That
you,
is
just
true.
laying there, just.
I mean, in porn,
Right.
of course, we like that. Listen to another girl get fucked.
You know, I always wonder that. I wonder if women ever exaggerate their orgasms with like a long term. Well, I know they do sometimes, but like, okay, that's a bad example. Just because, like, I know it happens.
You got to
but-
say it now.
No, I just wonder if girls do that just for the guy's benefit. I know they do.
What's the example?
Oh no, just exaggerating their orgasm, just because they know that we like the sound of it.
I've had a girl actually tell me that she did exaggerate it at first because in her past she's known that exaggerated makes a man feel better about himself. You know, and it does.
And then makes them fuck better. I guess is the
it's the
idea
truth.
there.
But then I was like, I need you to actually be real with me because
Yeah.
if I don't know that you're not really enjoying it the way that you say you are,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna have a false sense of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and brag about my dick being great, and then my dick really ain't that great.
Right. She's rolling her eyes to her friends.
Right.
Could you be your stroke game is weak?
Right.
You got weak stroke game.
But then you'll think that my stroke game, or I will think that my stroke game is the shit.
I don't know. I like I tell you, I got Yelp reviews, 4s and 5s.
Out of 10 stars.
Oh, don't be like that.
Really was
Don't be like
Yelp reviews for dick.
Don't be like that. Anyway,
So speaking of dissing each other, big thing in the news. Whatever.
Or in the hip hop
news.
world,
Yeah.
period.
Whole Eminem versus Machine Gun Kelly. Not often I talk about rap, but
I know,
this
this
one
is-
I actually know.
this is like
Right.
the second
See,
time.
I feel like it's all racist
You
shit
see,
though, because of
Bryce
course I
wants
know
to talk about this because this is white
it's
mayhem.
I knew that's what you
and
were gonna fucking
he's
say, too.
white.
if it was
So
two black people dissing each other, Bryce wouldn't give a
he
shit.
wouldn't know fuck about it at all. But
He
this
didn't-
is okay. Go ahead,
He didn't
Bryce.
say anything about
Oh
Pusha
no, I mean
and Drake.
sitting here seeing everybody
He
post
didn't
on
say
Facebook.
shit about Pusha and Drake. Nothing.
I don't even know who the fuck. Oh, Pusha T.
Exactly.
Yeah. See,
Exactly.
everybody's talking about this on Facebook. Everybody knows who Eminem is, regardless of color.
Hey, okay.
I can't win here. I don't know what the fuck
no,
I'm
you
trying
go
to
ahead.
defend
There you go.
myself.
Keep digging your hole.
I'm just gonna for the next 45 minutes. I'm just gonna.
Drink that black drink.
Nah, go ahead, Bryce.
Drink as slowly as I can. No. So, the whole thing. I see people talking about this, and obviously, I think the natural question is, who the fuck came out better? And Rap Devil and Killshot are the two most recent ones. In case more has come out by the time of this post. And
What was the name of the Eminem song that got this started?
Oh, not alike.
No, yeah, not alike. Right.
But musically, I actually like both songs. I'm gonna say that first off because I had somebody on Facebook who had commented.
Okay. Before you get too far.
Yeah.
For those who not into rap beef and don't know the history between this, the way this all started was, I guess, 6 years ago, Machine Gun Kelly wrote a post about Eminem's daughter Haley,
A tweet,
saying that she was cute as fuck. No disrespect to Eminem, but speaking about she was cute. Now, what it was that 6 years ago, Haley was only 16 because I believe right now she's only 22 or 23. Basically, she was underage. Okay, so Eminem just now is replying to that on his song Not Alike. Okay, after Not Alike, then MGK came out with a diss called Rap Devil. Okay,
In reference to Eminem's Rap God.
right, and well, in reference what?
I believe that's why.
No, not the rap god. No, I mean there's other parts like MGK did say the thing about Haley. Then a little bit later it was this thing where he was banned from Shade 45, and then he had made a response on. He had said in a couple of interviews about it, like upset that he couldn't go on Shade 45.
Who was upset about can't go on Shade 45? Eminem?
MGK. Shade 45 is owned by Eminem.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay,
Yeah.
well, let me finish my description before Bryce fucked me up with the rap guy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. MGK released Rap Devil in response to Not Alike on Eminem's Kamikaze album. And now, just recently this past Friday, which today is Sunday, Eminem has released a rebuttal to MGK's Rap Devil called Kill Shot. All right? So, that's the history. Now, go back to what the hell you were saying. Well, you were saying that Shade 45.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so sprinkled in there, there was
After the tweet.
Yeah, after the tweet, there's apparently a banning that MGK couldn't go up to Shade 45. And then he had spoke about it before. And then, because I was watching Eminem's interview with Sway, and he was saying how that wasn't really the reason. Like, Haley wasn't really the reason he responded.
Well, of course not, because it took him 6 years to do it.
Yeah, he said that wasn't the biggest thing. He said, first of all, he didn't really know about it. And then, like, it just happened to come across his radar. Mm-hmm. But he didn't really know about it. But then he was saying he heard the lyrics on a Tech 9 song, and it seemed like MGK was dissing Eminem. Pretty much saying, like, you're not a guy, you're not a rap guy. Basically, like, saying that you're just some regular-ass dude,
Right.
And I guess it was like one of those things where Eminem was like, I'm not going to throw subliminals, which is what he was saying on Not Alike. Mm-hmm. He said, so I'm coming right at you, Kelly.
Right.
What's up? And this is where we are.
So Machine Gun Kelly had lyrics about Eminem more recently, prior to Eminem's new album.
It was a few years ago.
It wasn't like Eminem wasn't. I mean, MGK was trying to diss Eminem. Mm-hmm. Like even in the tweet about Haley, he had said no disrespect to M.
Yeah.
In that specific tweet. You know what I'm saying? So like the MGK has always paid homage to Eminem. You know what I'm saying? He's always said, that he looks up to Eminem. I mean, MGK's persona is very Eminem-like. Right down to his look, kind of the way he raps a little. Like you can tell that this dude he idolizes Eminem.
Well, and there's multiple lyrics in Rap Devil where he still mentions, Eminem being the greatest.
Right. He even says that in Rap Devil.
Well, yeah, I mean, but everyone's going to say Eminem's, if not the greatest, one of the greatest. I mean, we can all say that. Like, no one's going to, like, dispute that fact. You know what I mean? But I think the thing with people always comparing, see, that's the thing with white artists themselves. Like, at least in the rap game, they always are going to get compared to Eminem. Like, no matter who you are, you're going to get compared to Eminem.
Well, yeah, because Eminem even said in one of his bonus tracks several albums back that, people wanted him to start beef with Bubba Sparxxx, and he was like, I don't have any problem with Bubba Sparxxx.
Right.
Yeah. And Bubba Sparxxx was probably the most far from Eminem any white rapper has been.
I barely consider that rap.
I mean, his name is Bubba Sparxxx. That's a trailer park white fucking name.
Yeah.
Bubba.
I mean, minus, I feel bad that I don't know his name right off the top of my head.
Who?
But from Cypress Hill. But they had a beef.
They had a big beef.
Yeah, they had a beef, them and Eminem back in the day. But I feel bad I can't remember his name right off the top of my head.
Whitey something?
Yeah. Was it Whitey Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Whitey Ford.
Yep.
Yeah. So, hopefully that's right.
No, that's right. Because I have it on I burned it to an album for myself because had basically a whole bunch of unreleased shit by Eminem.
That's the name of the white guy of the guy
from Cypress Hill.
No, the guy from Cypress Hill.
Name is Whitey Ford.
Yeah. Well, at least that's what he goes by. I don't know if that's his given name.
You don't know if it's his birth name. We hope not.
Somebody's probably going to criticize us and not doing research on that.
Yeah.
Hashtag MGTOW.
Bryce is just starting beef.
Right.
Please, if you want to hate on us for that, as long as you're watching our video, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways,
but I think like since like I would say since the Slim Shady EP or LP, sorry, that's when every white rapper started getting compared to Eminem. Like before, you had your white rappers. You had, obviously your Cypress Hill. You had Insane Clown Posse, who was kind of like rap.
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, but Beastie Boys was like the original. When they actually did just stick to rap, they had like a rock rap mix.
Right.
And then of course you had Bubba Sparks. But like I feel like after
Paul
like
Wall.
Paul Wall, but they were all different enough. And I just feel like after that album came out, that's when people were like, "Oh, okay, you're a white rapper. How do you compare to Eminem?"
Paul Wall was dope back in the day.
He was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was dope enough to me.
Yeah, Paul Wall.
Dope enough.
He was dope.
I don't think like lyrically trash to me.
Man, what that song?
What Grills?
Was it Grill?
Because
I think it was Grill.
I say name another Paul Wall verse off the top of your head. I mean, no offense to Paul Wall. I just don't know any Paul Wall like that.
Not really. I don't either. But Paul Wall was dope.
He was dope when he was on tracks. I like his.
And he's married to a Nubian queen. So
yeah.
Shout out to you, Paul.
Yeah, don't tell the black women in the world because
What?
they'll get upset. White
What?
dudes taking. No, my bad. It had to be the other way around. It had to be black dudes marrying a white girl.
That's white women. White women love them some white dude, especially a successful one. You know what I'm saying? That black chick who married Paul Wall, she knows that she hit that.
No, it's the other way. It's when black men marry white women.
Well, yeah, that's
an issue.
negative.
Yeah, that's when there's
stigma
an
to them.
issue. Sorry, I got it a little backwards. Anyway, going too far.
That's a
away
future
from the point.
episode.
Yeah,
but no. So one thing I wanted to say, I'm curious about your guys' take, is with this whole, I feel like what it is Rap Devil comes out and then Eminem responds, and I'm sitting here like after Eminem making that line on Kamikaze, I feel like of course Machine Gun Kelly's gonna respond. Like, is that really a surprise?
Yes, because nobody wants smoke with. He's the only one that responded to Eminem.
That's not true.
Eminem dissed a lot of people.
But the problem
the
is
whole Kamikaze.
But by Eminem doing that, he validated what Machine Gun Kelly later said in Rap Devil is in referring to him as the bully of the rap game. Is because Eminem goes around, and don't get me wrong, I love Eminem, and I do think that he's the greatest, especially when it comes to lyricism.
Because he's white, like that.
Shut up. But
who's the greatest black rapper that you think?
see, I know people would disagree with me, but it's just maybe it's because I don't listen to a lot of rap. But DMX was the black artist that I liked the best.
Hey, Slippin' is a hot song. I don't care what you say.
Okay,
Surprising that he said it DMX.
I'm surprised about that. Go ahead.
I think it's the bald head, but go ahead.
There's very little rap I listened to, and that was one of the few ones that I did. But anyways, not recent though.
DMX, he got bars.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
But fuck, what were we saying?
No, you was explaining what you like.
Oh, talking about him being considered the bully is exactly what you just said. Is that Eminem makes lines about other people, and either one, he doesn't expect people to respond, or two, kind of like the comment you just said, people expect no response because it's Eminem, and you don't dare respond to Eminem because you'll get killed.
No one did. You just said somebody else responded to Eminem.
But there's been plenty of people who responded to Eminem.
Who?
Even Fred Durst responded to Eminem.
Well, we're talking about you're talking long term.
Okay.
You're talking about from this CD.
I'm talking about from Kamikaze.
Oh, yeah.
Fred
nobody.
Durst don't want no fucking smoke. He's having a rapper.
But he did back in the past. But I think the only person I'm gonna come back to that. But the only person that said something besides MGK on this album was Budden. Was Joe Budden. But he didn't rap it, but he did address it. We're
gonna get into that. Joe Budden don't want no fucking smoke. That's why he didn't even do nothing. That's why Remy Ma dissed his ass.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I think.
But see what you just said there. Not gonna do anything because he doesn't want to get it smoked. That's gonna go along with the whole Eminem being a bully.
Joe Budden is the one guy in the rap game that I think would match Eminem bar for bar. Joe Budden is to me lyricism. Joe Budden's pen in the rap game right now is probably unmatched.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
I would say Royce 5'9" has a better pen than Joe Budden.
Fuck no. To me, Joe Budden was the best one in Slaughterhouse. Now Joel Ortiz was is better than Royce.
All of them are dope.
Yeah, they're all dope. But the pen wise, I would give it to Joe.
I don't know, man.
I would give it to Joe. And Joel is sweet as fuck too. And I love Cricket Eye. But I think none of their pen can fuck with Joe.
We're gonna come back to this.
Okay.
We're gonna come back to this.
Okay. But back to what I was saying, Joe, he's like I said, he's the one person who maybe could stand up to him, but Joe Budden has a past proven history to crumble under pressure. When he gets to the big lights in front of everybody, the top stage, he falls.
Yeah, but that was like one big example though.
But no, dude. But Joe, listen, we were talking about this on the Weirdos, okay?
Yeah.
Joe, there's not, maybe other than Pump It Up, which was fucking 20 years ago. Okay. Joe Budden's greatest hit since then is not shit compared to Eminem's worst hit.
Well, yeah, definitely. I agree with
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Joe Budden has not ever came at Eminem, came at nothing that Eminem's ever done.
But I
nothing.
Mean, but I mean, in defense of Joe, in that view, it doesn't mean Joe is a bad rapper.
No, Joe doesn't make great music.
See, I would.
He's an awesome rapper. If he's destroyed Drake, you know what I'm saying, lyrically wise.
Yeah.
But Drake makes better music. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe is a great lyricist. He's a great voice to the hip hop community. He's very, very valuable. You know what I'm saying, to the whole community. But Joe's music wise, his ability to make hits is trash.
See, I would disagree because.
How can you disagree when he has no catalog?
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. I think there's a lot of artists out there, period, that make great hits. Like Lupe Fiasco is one of my favorite artists, and I think he makes some of the best music out there. Here's the thing about Lupe.
Lupe's greatest hit was Kick Push. Ever since then, you ain't heard shit from him.
Are you serious? Have you not heard Superstar?
Okay, maybe Superstar. But Kick Push and Superstar, which ones are higher than
Bitch
that?
Bad?
No,
Fucking
bro.
Lamborghini Angels?
No, bro.
Fucking, he had that song,
No,
Battle Scars. That was like one of the biggest songs of the year when it came
bigger
out.
than Superstar or Kick Push.
You crazy.
Those
You
were his two
crazy.
biggest
But
tracks.
this is what I mean. This is what I mean, right? Those are good songs. Those are great songs. At least in my opinion. Those are great songs.
Okay.
And that's what it is. I feel like Joe never had the song that caught on because
That's what I'm saying.
well,
He never
what
has.
I'm saying is he make great songs, but like when he came out the gate, Pump It Up was not the song you should have put out. You know what I mean?
Pump It Up was only big because of
What you got served? You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good like, oh, we're just gonna have a dance, time. But besides that, like I feel like people kind of took him as a joke after that.
because no one. I think Joe's lines were like his lines were over people's heads.
Yeah.
Like you ever heard Joe's "Come Take a Walk with Me"? Mm-hmm. Man, that shit's hard as fuck.
But that's what I'm saying.
Or Black Clouds. Joe has great shit, but that's to me and you, somebody who appreciates lyricism. And me and you look at, a rapper and appreciate, the pen work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To me and you, Joe is awesome.
Yeah.
But to someone like Bryce, who doesn't look at the depth that we look into, Joe is nothing. He's a nobody. And Bryce's people rules majority of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about white people.
No, I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about people who don't appreciate penmanship.
See, I wouldn't say that though, because
I'm primarily a lyricist.
yeah, but I say
But not a rap.
Not a rap.
Not a rap.
okay, but then you gotta be careful how you say that though, because there's plenty of like, just for the sake of this argument, one of my favorite bands outside, of rap, of the rap genre is Fall Out Boy. I like Fall Out Boy a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate their lyrics because one, and I've always said this about rap lyrics compared to rock lyrics, at least in this form of like the more pop rock type groups like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco or 30 Seconds to Mars, stuff like that. Because I always felt like when you hear those lyrics, you really have to understand what they're talking about. Like you have to either know who they are and what they've been through and what they're trying to convey, or it's going to be completely over your head. Because it's really structured, and a lot of rappers don't do that. And I feel like that's where
kind of what I just
yeah,
said.
but that's what I'm saying. That's where Joe is. I would say in defense of him, you can't say that he doesn't appreciate lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that he doesn't break things down. Like majority of people don't break things down the way that me and you do. You know what I'm saying? Because we're like rap connoisseurs, we're music connoisseurs, you know what I'm saying, in a way. Bryce doesn't look into rap, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak too much for Bryce. Okay, I'm just speaking up for me and you. Okay? We look at people like Joe. You know what I'm saying? We break down his lyrics, or like Royce, or like Joel Ortiz, or like Crooked Eye, the whole Slaughterhouse, or even a bunch of underground guys. You know, or even old school hip hop guys. Me and you look at that kind of stuff, and we look at, you know, the deepness to their raps versus people who don't, you know, look into music that deep. You know, like Bryce on the hip hop side, at least. You know, they don't appreciate that kind of work.
Right, and that goes back to. Sorry,
I mean that does go with any genre of music. I mean, that's kind of going back to what Josh was saying, is the songs that get the most fame aren't the ones who generally are the most lyrically deep. You know, it's all about that sound.
There's so many lyrical artists out there. They say hip hop is dead. No, hip hop's not dead. Well, I wouldn't really say it's dead, but I would say that people aren't in depth to appreciate the lyricism of it.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying though, and that's why I was saying they're not that they're bad songs. It's just that I think like you said, his lyrics are over people's heads.
I'm not saying they're bad songs. They're just not hits. Hits are songs that make it into the commercial market that everybody loves, listen to in their cars,
mainstream.
Bumps in the club, mainstream. Joe Budden has not had any real mainstream hit since Pump It Up.
Right. I can agree with that. But I don't know. I still think that I don't even know what we're arguing anymore. God, it's been so long. We're talking about if Joe could combat Eminem, right? That's how it started.
He could.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
but like he falls short every time.
Yeah, I think people are.
And like I said on the Weirdos podcast, you know, the missing episode,
lost episode,
right?
Due to audio problems.
Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Lord Jesus, both of us need to take like fucking brain pills here. We're just getting old. God damn it. But it's gonna be the sit down anytime podcast, or we're just old people.
But
yeah, you lost.
It'll come back.
It'll come back to me.
But no, I mean,
I'm gonna drink some water. Fuck.
But I mean, going back to, you know, where that whole line of train of thought started was, you know, I really feel like even what you were just saying there, you know, really reinforces, you know, Machine Gun Kelly calling Eminem the bully of the rap game. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, he makes these lines about people and either one expects them not to respond, or when they do respond, he comes out with something else, you know, firing back at him. You know, that's like a lot of what Eminem said in Kill Shot about Machine Gun Kelly really just dissed the fact that he's not as famous, not as successful, both of which Machine Gun Kelly already referenced in Rap Devil. I feel like the flow, like sound-wise, Eminem's Kill Shot was better than Rap Devil, but I took to heart what Machine Gun Kelly said more than I took to heart what Eminem said.
Why is that?
Just because I think that Machine Gun Kelly is, obviously I say this because it's the most recent, but he really called Eminem out. You know, Eminem didn't say anything new about Machine Gun Kelly. He said Machine Gun Kelly isn't as famous, didn't have as much money, and he's younger. And
the fact he's a pedophile, and which nobody overlooks that.
Are you talking about the tweet, or are you talking about something else?
No, well, Eminem, I don't know. It might have been a stand, because I don't know if he said it.
I'm telling you, that was a stand song.
But everybody looks over the fact that MGK really admitted to being a pedophile, and yeah, Eminem did say it when he said that, you know who you are, Kelly. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly, get it? Pedophile. R. Kelly's being.
You don't have to explain it. I get it once you said.
You
R.
look
Kelly.
like you was kind of like.
No, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I think on that Kill Shot, it was a smart play. Like, everyone knows if Eminem wants to dig deep, he can do it. This was just a cover, just saying, look, like, I'm going to cover everything that you said about me, and I'm just going to, reverse it back on you.
And that's what Eminem did in 8 Mile.
Yeah, well, even the dictionary line.
8 Mile, MGK.
Yeah, he kind of did. Because even think about it, because MGK said the dictionary, like, everybody thought that was funny. Now, to me, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, I was just like, well, that's not really a bad trait if someone's just reading the dictionary, because you know a lot more words. But he even said it in Kill Shot, was like, I'm sitting on the toilet, I need reading material, dictionary. Yeah, and it was like, oh, funny. You know what I'm saying? Like a callback.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. Okay, damn, so I guess that's the thing.
Line. He really did 8 Mile his ass.
He did.
I mean, that's the thing. I guess they do have some. They both had some weak lines. against each other. But I feel like Eminem's Kill Shot pretty much just countered all the weak stuff from Machine Gun Kelly and not any of the strong stuff.
Yeah.
That was like, Machine Gun Kelly criticizing Eminem for, reading the dictionary. It's like, oh, so you're criticizing him for having good word skills and good lyricism? That's kind of weak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I think the biggest thing I got out of Rap Devil was, basically Machine Gun Kelly calling him out on being the greatest and still being so bitter. Because I hate to say it, I love Eminem, but I feel like that's true.
How is Eminem bitter?
Well, I mean, listen to his lyrics and he, bitching about the money and the fame, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure that comes with its own challenges, not being able to go out in day-to-day life. But despite being considered the greatest, he still goes out there and he calls out others. Because Eminem's so great, he doesn't need to do that, but he does.
Eminem, he's so great he doesn't need to, but that's how he built his base. He came in the game dissing everybody.
I'd say he built his base more on just his weird fucking lyrics.
It was a little bit of both.
then.
It was both. Trust me.
Eminem was headlining news on TRL, on all music reporting shows because of how vulgar he was, his offensive,
easily,
and degrading lyrics, and his claps to all the rappers.
Yeah, he's very
especially with like when he was dissing Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. Didn't he say shit about Fred Durst, Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole thing there.
He said shit about Moby.
Yeah, Moby. I think Cher. I'm not sure.
I'm not 100% sure. So
but he was dissing everybody. Like he came in the game fucking dissing on everybody. So Eminem, to me, this is just Eminem reverting back to his roots.
See, this is the thing. This is the Eminem people want, though. When he tries to do the recovery or the revival, Eminem, people are like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Right.
Yeah.
And Bryce and I were talking earlier, and we were saying we actually appreciate that side. Like Mockingbird is one of my favorite Eminem songs.
Oh yes.
You know what
Love
I'm saying?
Mockingbird.
Yeah. And people will say like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely the greatest," but it's one of the Slim Shady era. Like, no, if you listen to that song, it was so heartfelt. It was just
Mockingbird and Haley song. Yeah, makes me cry every time.
And When I'm Gone,
dude. Yeah.
Like those are deep songs that make you feel like I don't even have a kid. I'm just like,
if you had a daughter like I do, have two of them, you feel that shit. The Haley song.
Yeah, and that's what kind of irritates me about Eminem fans or these fair weather fans. They only allow him to be one dimensional.
Well, I think that's why Eminem hated Relapse, because Relapse, is when he dabbled into horrorcore.
Yeah, he did a lot of
where he was talking about,
stuff.
like that's what they're called, the songs where you're talking about murdering people.
Yeah,
like that. When he dabbled into horrorcore, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But here's the thing,
but he kind of did that with a closet. Coming out the closet.
Yeah, but that was more just like a.
That was a really heavy metaphor.
Or look at the one.
Clean out the closet. What it was called?
Yeah, clean out the closet.
Clean out my closet.
And the one where he said, "Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement."
Yeah, that was a joke.
I mean, that's like, god damn, you're going back to some Shady LP.
Yeah. I mean, he's always said lines that reference murder and killing people. Stan was all about death.
Kim.
Yeah, but
song Kim.
Yeah, but I mean, rap lyrics constantly reference the killing of something. That means
not as in death as Eminem.
No, but the horrorcore songs are definitely. Yeah. You can tell that it's a different genre at that point.
But even Stan was deep. That's one of the deepest songs ever created.
We had a follow up to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like people want to snap fire Eminem constantly crazy, Chucky with a chainsaw, chain blade after I rip, type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, but then they go back and they say, oh, well, he also created Stan. Like, yeah, but listen to Stan. Stan is literally one of the deepest songs ever created.
It really was.
Like that's a deep ass song.
It was like all about a man that's struggling with depression and dealing with drugs.
I didn't look at it that way.
Well, no, see, Stan was all about
struggling with being famous is how I looked at it.
No,
and the way that people look up to you.
No, how? Okay.
Because Stan is looking up to him, then kills himself because he doesn't write him back.
Yeah, right. That's depression. He was talking about he was in depression, talking about how he cuts himself, you know, and
No,
that's Stan.
That's
no,
about
that's a little
obsession.
different. No, Stan is purely about obsession. Obsessing
Okay.
with an idol.
You can look at it that way, yes,
Because that's what the song's about, yeah.
okay. But if you really look at it, okay, the guy, he was depressed. Okay, he was cutting himself, and he was writing Eminem because he could relate to Eminem through his lyrics.
No, he was trying to relate to Eminem. He was trying to get Eminem to understand. That's
the same thing I'm saying.
No, but it's a different level. Like you ever seen Swim Fan?
No.
The fuck is that?
Okay, it's a
was
great
it?
movie.
Was that about the one where the girl
It was like stalking
drowned
a
herself
dude.
or something?
He was like stalking a dude and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, Stan's a little more hardcore than that because this was all about a guy who liked Eminem, and then his obsession with Eminem caused him to change his whole life, you know, and tried to emulate everything Eminem was saying or doing.
But he was still obviously, you know, a depressed guy.
See, I don't know if he was
dealing
depressed though.
Who he was dealing with his depression, and found a likeness to Eminem from Eminem's lyrics.
See, I wouldn't say that he was depressed. I would just say that, but I'm not saying he wasn't depressed. I'm not saying you're wrong. Me personally, I didn't get a depressed. I felt like a obsession, craziness that that turned into an insanity type situation. You know, like I want you to realize how much you mean to me, but you're not even responding to me. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like it's like when we talked about love on this on the show.
So,
you know,
so anybody did that in real life, you wouldn't think that that's a depressed person that's dealing with self demons and trying to.
I mean, is it really
express themselves?
Is it really self demons when you try to take over somebody else's life though?
How is it not?
I think maybe that's like a misidentity or something like that. Like you don't know who you are.
Isn't that plays into the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, but that's not necessarily depression or anything. That's just more like.
But if it gets to the point where you lock up your pregnant wife or fiance in a fucking trunk and drive over a bridge, you saying that you don't do that out of depression?
No, you do
Not
that
necessarily.
Yeah, you do that because your
Then what in the world would you say that is?
Insanity.
Depression and insanity plays into the same hand.
Not necessarily.
It can, and in the discussion of Stan, the way the video was, yeah, I would say so.
No, I think it was pure obsession. Like he idolized Eminem so much that he was willing to do everything that Eminem has said in his lyrics.
And he was depressed that
recreate it.
Eminem wasn't replying back to him.
I don't know, bro.
I will say that depression might have been a part of it, but it wasn't about depression.
Yeah.
Okay. We can agree to disagree.
Anyways, 2-1, you lose.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But no. I was gonna say I saw a post on Facebook. Somebody said, Eminem did this shit on purpose because he wanted people to respond because Eminem recognizes that the rap game has lost a lot of its lyricism, and he did it as incentive to make people actually be creative again. I don't think that's why he did it, but I do think that is a positive outcome of this.
Yeah, but I mean, even as great as Eminem is, I don't think he can change the landscape of the game right now. I don't think he can because
I would agree with that, but only because he's past his prime.
Exactly, and it's not that he's less of a rapper than he ever was.
Whoa.
Hold on. This is and I probably understand what Bryce means. He's getting into that category where he is, while he's still relevant, he's relevant as an idol, as a god, as a forefather in a sense of the rap game. But now you have this new wave that are doing something totally different. And you think you're gonna influence a whole new wave of people who don't want to do the same thing as you? That's like asking Earth, Wind & Fire to go back to sounding like what's that group? What the one who sing "Why Do the Fools Fall in Love"? Like those old 50s doo-wop groups.
Yeah.
It's like asking them to go back to.
Well,
that.
I mean, all that I mean by that is he's not going back to not talking about us, talking about in the media. He's not as big as he was when he did the Eminem show. And he even references that multiple times, as that he'll never be as big as he was back then.
Yeah, but that comes with time.
He's legendary.
Yeah,
I mean
that's for damn straight.
But that comes with time, though. That comes with you have a pinnacle, and then everything starts to slide down.
That he's out of his prime, though. I would kind of almost say there's an insult if I was him, because
If he wants to do a diss rap about the Takeoff Anytime podcast,
No,
just
no,
about
that's
you,
about
Bryce.
you.
Just about you,
No,
Bryce.
Keep you and this white mayhem shit is going on, not us. That's you said that.
you do realize that's views, right? You sure you don't want to be part of that?
Hey, bro,
Just make sure you reference Bryce like 70% of the time.
we can cut that clip off of just you and let that be the hit.
Hashtag without circumstance. if he wants to call out without circumstance, I'm okay with that.
Anyways, I'll fight with
But what
you.
I'm saying is that
At least I have somebody on my side.
that's almost insulting to say that, just because Eminem is still really, really good.
I think you're misunderstanding it, though. I don't mean past his prime skill wise. I mean past his prime as far as
Fame-wise.
his career goes.
I get that, but I still wouldn't even say that, because I would say that Eminem right now is bigger than he's ever been.
Ooh, I wouldn't say that.
I would.
Wouldn't say that.
I would.
I remember turning on the news and you'd see him all the time.
If Eminem went on tour right now, I think Eminem's numbers would be higher than what they've ever been.
I don't think so.
Because Eminem has fans that stand the type. Like, me and you've been listening to Eminem since what?
We were fucking in high school.
Since middle school, really.
Yeah, since middle school.
Since middle school, you know what I'm saying? And,
right.
so that's, for us, that's what, 15 years?
Yeah.
You know?
That's
fif-
more. That's more.
Whatever, at least 15 years
yeah.
worth of fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Plus all these new fans that Eminem has. You know, all these new people are coming up who are appreciating, Eminem's work and his penmanship and his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Eminem's.
But see, you're
he
talking
has
about
a fan base.
You're talking about commercial success though at that point, and I don't think.
No, how am I talking about commercial success?
Yeah, because you're talking about people coming. If he had a concert, people would come and be bigger than ever.
I guess if you want to look, if you want to look at it like
how many
that,
concerts
but-
I've gone to for bands that are definitely past their prime, and they still sell out, but they only sell out because they're old stuff. They're not selling out because they're new stuff.
It's a
I hate to
nostalgia.
say it, Fall Out Boy's the same way, Linkin Park's the same way.
Okay.
All my favorite bands are the same way.
Unfortunately, Linkin Park probably ain't going anymore.
I can kind of agree to that, but Eminem's have had hits. Monster, Love the Way You Lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. He has hits,
he has good songs.
His most successful song to date is still "Lose Yourself."
Yeah.
Possibly, and that's why that's why I
definitely
I disagree with.
I've looked it up.
I disagree with Joe Budden saying that he was better than Eminem for the past decade, because name one song Joe Budden has did for the past 10 years.
I mean, outside of Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Something in his sleep. Some sleep song he had was pretty dope to me. But I wasn't
sleep song.
But I mean, I got to be honest. I wasn't really checking for Budden.
But that's what I'm saying.
Outside of Slaughterhouse,
Joe Budden hasn't had a hit that even rivals Eminem's, even his worst 3 CDs.
Well, that's what. But Eminem did reference that though, and it's in that. It wasn't not alike. I can't remember the damn song he just put out.
I'm just saying.
But he said
how can Joe justify that? I didn't listen to the whole episode where Joe Budden said this, but I listened to the clips and shit like that. I'm like where are you getting this? How can you fucking really sit here and say that you've been better than him for the past 10 years when you have nothing out? Joe Budden right now. Joe Budden is at the pinnacle of his career.
Yeah.
Right now, if Joe Budden was to release a rap album right now, it'd be his most successful rap album ever.
Yeah, but
he's dropping the motherfucking ball. He's choosing not to use his platform to elevate himself.
But he's trying to stick to his word, which I can appreciate him saying he's retired, he's done, nothing can bring him out of it. I can appreciate that, but I do agree at the same time, this is the time you need to clap back. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I feel like we're going back in a circle when we started here. See, just because he doesn't have hits like Eminem has, doesn't mean his pen isn't as good.
But if you want to attack a Titan, you're going to have to attack him with hits. I don't think so. Like Jay-Z doesn't apply to anybody. You think Jay-Z would apply to Eminem?
Well, yeah, but
because they both are on the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, totally. But you got to look at where Budden is right now. Budden is a media. What do you call those people?
Personality.
Thank you. He's a media personality. And that's so now his platform is media. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Eminem is going to rap all these insane bars, and all Joe has to do is talk.
But
they're just
Eminem and Joe are personal. You know what I'm saying? Joe was signed to M. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he been to M's house and been around M. He knows more about M than probably any other rapper in the game.
That's not true. That's not true. They actually haven't had that great of a relationship.
He probably doesn't have a great relationship. I agree to that, and I heard Joe when he said that. But he knows M better than most rappers out in the game.
No, I don't believe so. Okay, maybe most. I give you that, but I wouldn't say
he was in a group that was led by him.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, bro. Like
that's like saying if Bryce, wasn't cool with, somebody in Without Circumstance. You know what I'm saying? But still, that person still knew Bryce because he was led by Bryce.
Huh? No, see, that's a little different because Bryce is actually inside of Without Circumstance.
And Eminem was a part of Slaughterhouse.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. He was still led by them.
What do you mean? No. He brought them out.
But he was still
led
by them.
Just because you
they were led by him.
Just because you bring someone out doesn't mean you know everything, all the ins and outs about this person. Because that's what they said. They said the only person that really socialized with M was Royce. Mm-hmm. And they grew up together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying George Ortiz and Crooked Eye doesn't even have that relationship that Royce has with them. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as not everyone in D12 has the same relationship with Eminem as Bizarre does. Or Proof did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Proof was literally like Proof.
I know.
Like they were just together. You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Even just because Jay-Z signed J. Cole doesn't mean Jay-Z know everything about J. Cole. Doesn't mean they hang out all the time.
But Jay-Z didn't bring out J. Cole.
Yes, he did.
Not really.
Yes, he did.
Now, I admit, now one of the song that I first heard about J. Cole was on Jay-Z's Blueprint 3 or 3 or 4, the last Blueprint, basically. And that was the hardest fucking song.
That was 4, yeah.
And then that's how I heard about him. But to say that Jay-Z pushed J. Cole the way Eminem pushed Slaughterhouse, no.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He pushed the group Slaughterhouse. He didn't push individually these people. Like the only person he really pushed individually was Royce.
But you got to say, even before all that, Joe Budden was the biggest name in Slaughterhouse.
No,
Joe Budden had a catalog before Slaughterhouse.
They all had a catalog before Slaughterhouse. But
Joe Budden was the biggest name before out of all of them.
I would say that's up for debate.
You never come on now. No, you didn't hear of Royce the 5'9", Crooked Eye, or Joel Ortiz, before Slaughterhouse.
I actually heard of Royce the 5'9" before then because he came out with that album Bad Meets Evil with Eminem.
I think that's why everybody
was
knows
any of those
Royce
three.
5'9".
If it was any of those three people a bigger name than Joe Budden by the beginning of Slaughterhouse?
But I mean,
no.
Okay, think about when the first Slaughterhouse album came out. Was any of them really that big?
Joe was. Joe had Pump It Up.
Joe was not that big. That song was big.
Joe still had a catalog before that.
No.
Joe Budden's been in the game since we've been fucking in elementary.
Yo, they've all been in the game that long.
Joe Budden has the biggest name. That's all I'm saying. That's my whole point. Joe Budden has had the biggest name in Slaughterhouse above everybody. His catalog is bigger than everybody.
I wouldn't say that.
Bro, how can you not say that?
I'm just telling you. I don't think his catalog is. I'm still gonna go back to Royce 5'9" because I really think Royce 5'9" has a bigger catalog.
This is like watching Josh argue with Gio again.
Yeah. Shout out to Gio. Man. Here's the thing, though. Going back to the whole relationship thing, just because you push someone does not mean you had that relationship. You know what I mean? And that's what they were.
I do agree with that. Just because I think once you reach a certain level of fame and you start doing more of a producing role, I think that you are there's a certain little level of distance between you and whatever your project is.
Exactly.
Unless you're directly in the project.
Exactly.
So.
Okay.
Like even take the Weirdos. I'm on the Weirdos podcast behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Me and D-Val are close, but we're not as close as Corey and D-Val, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But we're around each other a lot. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there's nothing against D-Val. D-Val's like a brother.
Going back to the rock band example, I mean, there are rock bands like that. They're in a band together, but they don't spend time with each other outside.
They don't fuck with each other.
Yeah, because it's work.
I get it. But just the point of what I was saying, I'm not speaking about how close they are. I'm saying that Joe Budden is closer to Eminem than most other rappers in the game.
Yeah,
that's my whole basis. Not that they're close, not that they're buddy, not that they fuck with each other. That Joe Budden is closer to Eminem than most other rappers in the game.
that's just not a fair statement though to say. It's just
I guess,
not.
Okay, we can move on because I'm not understanding how is it not.
Because you're saying he's closer, like, but see when you insinuate that he's close, it's like oh he's closer. Well, he's closer than other rappers. Yes, think about how many rappers there are in the game. There's a shit ton of rappers. Of course, he's closer.
Point proven. Next, okay.
That's like saying 3 is closer to 10 than 1.
One thing you mentioned earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. Is you said do you think that Jay-Z would respond to Eminem, and not so much directly with that, but one thing that I was actually surprised by, going back to the beginning of all this, I was actually surprised that Eminem called out Machine Gun Kelly anyways, just because I never considered Machine Gun Kelly to be that big. I really didn't. I knew of a couple songs by Machine Gun Kelly, but I never considered him to even be on Eminem's radar.
But he called out a lot of people. Like he called out, I think, Yachty, Tekashi.
Yeah, but you really think they're going to say anything? Tekashi might be the only person that might
tried.
Say yeah, he's the only person that say something.
That was hilarious. Did you see that?
Yeah,
no,
because he's a clown.
Tried to come back
freestyle
with on the Lose Yourself beat, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, but that's because
he was joking, I think.
Yeah, because Tekashi's a clown, not a clown in the sense like a fool. It's like
didn't Playboy Cardi
he's funny.
say something too?
No, he didn't say anything about Cardi. I don't think.
No, it was somebody else who said
Eminem.
Eminem had said something about them, and then he posted a video and said this is a diss or some shit. Like he
I know I saw
acknowledged
something
it,
about Iggy
but he was
Azalea.
like, I'm not even gonna try to.
Yeah, some people were just happy they got even noticed. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, crap, he noticed I'm even a rapper.
Right, like Hospin.
Yeah, Hobson did it.
He didn't. No, because Eminem didn't diss Hospin.
I know, but he just recognized.
He just recognized
That's
him.
what I'm saying. Like he was one of those people. Like, oh my god, you didn't even know. And that's kind of like everybody know Lil Yachty ain't gonna respond to Eminem. Everyone know.
Right.
It wouldn't even be like.
Now let's speak on this because I have a conspiracy.
Oh god,
course
Josh's
you fucking do. Of
conspiracy.
course you
I need to make
fucking
like
do.
a sound for this when this comes up.
And then a whole display.
Yeah, like who wants to be a millionaire type.
No.
Final question.
It's like a red light, and then up on the screen it says Josh's conspiracy minute.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you guys are not going to agree to this. Okay?
Of course we're not.
Just
You're
listen to me.
fucking psycho.
Just listen to me, okay?
I'm listening.
You know how this whole thing has been called the Mayonnaise Mayhem.
Yeah.
I've never heard that, but sure, go ahead.
Because
Coined by-
you're not with it.
coined by the Breakfast Club.
by Charlamagne.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Charlamagne the guy. But the whole MGK versus G-Eazy, MGK versus Eminem, and then the death of Mac Miller. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Okay, this whole big blow up of white rappers. Okay, don't you kind of find it ironic that it happened at this point, just out of nowhere? All this attention on white rappers.
Okay. And since you talking about the Nike thing?
See, now you just add on another layer to my conspiracy.
I knew it.
Jared, why do you say
Because
shit?
I sit,
another layer to
it's
it.
osmosis at this point. I sit so close to him. I know.
But you see what I'm saying? Like this whole Nike, Colin Kaepernick, black this, black that. Oh, let's blow up white rappers. Oh, the death of a white rapper.
So you saying they killed Mac Miller? Because
No, I'm not saying nobody killed Mac Miller. I'm not going that far. Okay, another thing. Do they call any other rapper or the rap god?
every rapper calls himself the king or
No,
rap
the
god.
rap god.
No, because Eminem coined
only
it.
Eminem.
Because he coined it.
Only Eminem is called the rap god, and ironically, the white man is trying to push that God is white.
Oh my fucking god, Josh.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Josh, you and your conspiracy.
Do you see what I'm saying though?
You might
Doing
actually
your
be a little
goddamn
racist. I'm just saying.
Hey,
A little.
can you see
Just
where?
because of the shit he says, not that specifically, just
All right.
shit he says all the time.
Can you just acknowledge what the fuck I just said? Okay, for years and years and millennials and generation, the white man has pushed that Jesus and God is white, and the only rapper out of a sea of black rappers that calls himself the rap god is white.
That's because, okay, so check. I hear you. But every other rapper, a lot of other rappers have called themselves a god. They have called themselves a god.
Besides maybe Drake saying he's a sixth god and he's half white.
But here's the thing, though. People coin who they want to be. Like T.I. coined King.
That I'm not talking about king. I'm talking about God, bro.
Shh, I know.
I get it. A lot of people have said they're king. I get
No,
king.
no. This is what I'm saying. People have said it, but no one coined a term that definitive before.
It's God.
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but it's like saying Zeus is a god. You know what I'm saying?
Zeus is a god.
That's what I'm saying. But if you bring up Zeus and you go to like a Christian church, you go, well, I follow Zeus. They're going to like, what the hell is going on here? It's all about God, Elohim, you know.
What? Dude, you are bringing up
But
an ass argument to try to rebuttal what I'm saying.
This is what you're saying.
Okay?
You're
I'm
saying
not
God.
asking you
My
to
God.
rebuttal. I'm like, look at it for what it is.
My
okay?
God.
Rap was started, okay, and is perpetuated by the black community. We started this shit, okay? And the fact that the white rapper, probably the best white rapper that ever lived, I'll give him that, okay, is saying that he's the rap god. And the white man has been pushing that God is white since the beginning of time. All right, you don't see that, and to see how the uprising of
Problem with that
of the white mayhem that's going on.
My God.
To overshadow Colin Kaepernick.
When has there not,
Black Nike
when
situation?
When has there not been? Sorry, Bryce. When has there not been white mayhem going on in this country?
Ever in the rap community?
Wow, so loud. No.
Ever.
I didn't say in the rap community. I said
That's
when
what we're
has there-
talking about. This has been white rap beef. When has this ever happened?
Literally, we said Eminem versus Whitey Ford earlier. Literally said that.
No one even knows who that is.
Eminem versus Ja Rule.
Do you know who Ja Rule is, Bryce?
What?
Do you know who Ja Rule is?
Are you seriously asking me that?
Yes, I am. Because you just brought it up.
Yes.
Ja Rule is black.
The point is that he's had lots of beef with other people, and
No.
Eminem is still white.
I'm saying the mayonnaise mayhem. When has this ever happened before?
Oh, I didn't know you were still referring to the white on white shit.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I'm getting lost on.
I was talking about any beef that he's had.
No,
but
no,
the
the
point
mayonnaise
is,
mayhem. This has never
just
happened
shut up, dude. Jesus Christ, you sound stupid as hell.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
To you, because you don't acknowledge
you're
the
a fucking
conspiracy behind
conspiracy
it.
theorist.
You don't acknowledge what's in front of people's face. You guys.
Wait,
you
so the
don't-
fact that he's white and calling himself God means that is indisputable proof that the white man is pushing that God is white. That's
No,
indisputable proof.
I'm saying that
you said
all of
it's
this-
right in front of my face.
Yes,
it's
I
right in
did
front of
say
my
that.
face, right?
But the whole conspiracy is that the whole white mayhem was brought up to overshadow the Colin Kaepernick Nike deal.
Okay, you didn't even think about that until he said it. So don't act
did
like
say
that was
that.
the whole thing.
It was.
You literally said when he said it's like, oh, that could be another
That's
layer
the,
to
that's
it.
the level to it because.
But
he
you
has
just
it.
said that you had not thought about that
Bryce.
before then. So you
Bryce.
can't act like that was the whole reason you brought up.
It
You brought
was,
it before
brother.
he said that.
It was, brother.
No,
You literally just
I
said
know what
that
I know what I said. I said it's another level that he brought up. He said it before I could put it out.
No, you said that's another level.
I get it. 'Cause I said that as in you were the one who said it before me.
So what were you
That's
gonna-
the level. I was bringing that
You're
up,
not going to bring that up, Josh. You
bro.
know
That's
you
the
are.
whole point
fucking
of
were
my
not.
of my conspiracy.
You were
That's what I'm
lying.
saying.
You were lying
Okay,
harder
hold
than
on,
when
hold
Jared
on,
said he washed his
hold on,
No,
hands.
I'm not.
Here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. You guys don't look at the conspiracy of things the way that this I brought up. There's never been a white rap beef. Okay, especially in how this just came up on the tail end of that deal of this black movement that Nike has perpetuated to stand for us.
Okay, let me ask you
See-
a question. Let me ask you a question, Josh. I understand you might think this is a conspiracy, but I think it's just a coincidence. Totally. Let me say this. How many white rappers are there that you know off the top of your head? Name them.
Bubba Sparks.
No.
Wall.
Relevant right now. Right
There's
now.
nobody relevant.
There's no relevant white rappers right now.
The most relevant white rapper outside of Eminem right now, Logic or G-Eazy?
Logic, G-Eazy, MGK, Mac Miller. Rest in peace.
MGK was not relevant. As in, he was always a good rapper, but before this beef, okay, when was his last
There's
song?
even a cat in Cali. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name now, but he had a few songs with a lot of artists already.
I'm saying you said relevant.
Yeah.
I'm acknowledging relevancy as somebody who is making moves in the game.
So this is what I'm saying. If there's not that many relevant white rappers right now, and then all the relevancies just happened to happen at one time.
That's why it's called Maynegs
so,
Mayhem.
but that's what he's saying. Like, he's been going against. It'd be one thing if Eminem never went against anybody, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, other white rappers encroaching on my territory. Let me go at them." That'd be totally different. But this has been something that's been in the works.
It's something that Eminem has coined, beefing with other people. Yes, and I agree with that. But the whole point is, there's never been this much attention paid to white rappers ever.
But why? Okay, so why?
So this is like you said. His whole thing was calling out people. So the first time that he calls out another white rapper, it's a conspiracy.
It's the first time another white rapper has responded to him, and in a big spotlight of a situation.
Benzino?
The whole whitey thing, you know, it may have happened. I don't know who this guy is, but that wasn't that big. It wasn't as big as this.
But look at the time we live in now, though. Everything's a big deal.
I get it. Eminem, I mean, not
everything's
Eminem,
digital.
but the internet, internet, digital age, everything is big. Okay?
Yeah, and hip hop is literally the biggest genre right now.
Hip hop is the biggest genre right now, but hip hop has always been. It is. But hip hop has always been perpetuated by the black community. For the white rappers to get all the attention at this moment, okay, is quite crazy, especially with what's going on to the Colin Kaepernick thing.
Josh, there has been so many things that coincidentally happened at the same time. I don't think because
that's why everybody always overlooks the conspiracy or what's in front of their face, because everybody always says, "Oh, that's just coincidence."
Okay.
You have to look at the sequence of events that happen.
Okay, so
yes, it can be considered, it can be seen as a coincidence, maybe. Okay, but look deeper than that. What if it wasn't a coincidence?
Okay,
what if it was engineered to be this way?
So thinking like Josh, you had to say MGK planted that tweet 6 years ago, right? A couple years after that, Eminem. No, because this is a sequence of events, right? So MGK places the tweet 6 years ago, right? And then Eminem comes out with Rap God. What, 4 years ago? We can say something like that.
It was longer than that, but sure, why not?
Okay, so around the same time, I don't know exactly when it came out, but Rap God and the tweet came out years before this situation happened, right?
Okay.
So you're saying they were planting that before?
They weren't planting it. No.
Put a little sprinkle, say, hey, this is Rap God, just letting you guys know.
No.
You should pay attention. No. And then all of a sudden, boom, everything happens. And then, oh, yeah, that's right.
No.
Everybody remember the God is white.
You can look at it like this. Whoever is the power to be, the people who are behind the scenes controlling.
Illuminati.
You can say that, yeah, the Illuminati. Okay.
You do realize the sarcasm in my voice when I said that, right?
But the whole thing is that there are people who's controlling the media behind this. So let me finish before you go in and think I'm stupid again. Oh, you right there.
Oh, I already think that. Yeah.
Okay, but listen. Okay, they see all the talk that Nike's getting, you know, all the talks about the black community and all that kind of stuff because it's going on, right? So they went back and looked at, okay, what's something that we can divert the attention away from the black community and put it back on white people, okay? Or let's take the fire out of the black community, okay? So they have their team of people. They look at, you know, Twitter or whatever. They saw the MGK tweet 6 years ago. It's like, oh, that's Eminem's daughter. We know how Eminem reacts towards these things, okay? And then, okay, Eminem, the rap god, all the situation. I don't think that was a part of it. That's just me. That part was me just speaking on it. Okay, like you said earlier in the episode, that Eminem didn't even know about that. It was just brought to his attention. Okay, so somebody tipped Eminem off, like, hey, didn't this dude say this about your daughter? Okay, which made Eminem, you know, furious, as it does when anybody speaks about someone they love. Eminem's relationship with his daughter, we all know about that. Okay, so you see, so he sees that. He sees that he doesn't like the way the game is right now. So he makes a diss track about everybody. Okay? And in that, knowing how MGK is young, he's a millennial, he doesn't want to seem like a bitch or a punk, you know what I'm saying? Especially to a bully like Eminem. So he chooses to reply to him, okay? And then the MGK G-Eazy. That wasn't even a big thing until MGK had diss Eminem.
So
all these things was brought up.
Okay, so I'm going to interject now because you guys keep talking over me. So, a couple problems with that. One is that you're basically disregarding free will completely for that shit to have happened. Secondly, is race has not just now been big. Race has been big for at least 2 years, if not longer. So anytime, well, exactly. See, you just fucking agreed. So Eminem and MGK could have had this fucking beef at any point in the last 2 years, and you would call it a conspiracy.
They didn't.
But my point is, you would call it a conspiracy no matter when it happened.
No, I wouldn't. I would not have.
But I know
bullshit.
But Bryce is saying, since there's been so many racial issues for the last decade, at any point this would have happened, it could have been compared the same way. It didn't say, "Oh,
maybe
Trayvon Martin got shot. Now there's a whole bunch of mayonnaise mayhem."
And
oh,
that could
Eric
be
Garner got choked out.
So what you're saying is that you literally just agree with us, by the way, that literally no matter when this happened, it could have been considered a conspiracy, which means that you're basically disregarding the fact that this could have just happened organically.
Bro, I said it could. It could have. Yes, it could be a coincidence. Okay, but look look deeper than that. Okay, look at it from
there's someone pulling the strings and people don't have free will. That's how you're telling me to look at it. People are selfish, petty creatures. Isn't it equally, if not more than equally plausible that Eminem just is fucking petty about the fucking tweet, and so he decided to write a line regardless of what was going on in politics, and that MGK, because he got called out, wrote a fucking song back? Because regardless of politics, regardless of race, MGK, people are selfish, people are petty. He's going to write a song to defend himself. He's not thinking about race relations in America. He's thinking, somebody called me out, I'm going to fucking reply.
Because he's not doing it. He's not doing it to cause a distraction from the black community.
But you're saying that somebody's making him do it. Somebody's pulling the strings.
I'm saying someone
planting
could
the
have
ideas.
engineered this to divert the attention from the black community.
How you say that like you just said something different?
What?
You say that like you just said something different. You said somebody's engineering, so somebody's pulling the string, somebody's manipulating it.
Yeah.
You're just saying it different. It's the same fucking thing.
Dude, I'm not saying shit. I don't know what the fuck you just said. Okay, you
obviously because you can't fucking follow.
Okay, here's my thing.
Bro,
Here's my take.
Because you just took it to a whole nother fucking level, trying to sit here and say that basically it's just free will and it's just a coincidence and all the shit that he's saying.
I know, crazy that people have free will.
I'm not saying it's crazy that people have free will, but you're saying it's crazy that people can't be behind the scenes engineering shit. You're saying that it's crazy that couldn't be a mastermind controlling every fucking thing.
Yes.
How is that crazy? So it's crazy to think
because it disregards individuals' free will.
It's crazy to think that God engineered the whole entire world. So you think that the world just poof and everything just fucking happened.
Wait,
wow, you need to learn about the Big Bang, sir.
Wow, we're
getting the Big Bang.
Okay, hold up. We're getting to a point of religion versus science here. Let's calm it down. First of all, you have went way too far.
Oh, I know. Science is fucking crazy, right?
No, I'm not saying science. Okay, I'm not saying science is crazy. There are a world of things that nobody knows. We don't know how how the world got engineered. We don't know anything. Okay, this is me saying that I do believe that there is somebody pulling the strings that is behind the scenes.
But your belief is based on no factual basis whatsoever. Zero.
No, it's not.
Zero.
No, it's not.
Okay, what's your proof that somebody's pulling the strings? What's your proof? Cold hard proof.
Okay, that I don't have proof of.
Exactly.
Who does? But who does?
So your proof of a conspiracy is the fact that I don't have proof that there's not a conspiracy.
Bro, what I'm saying is...
That's what you're fucking saying.
What I'm saying is look at it from a different way, okay? Look at it deeper than just a coincidence, okay? Because sometimes things don't just coincidentally happen. Things don't always happen by random. Some things are engineered to be the way that it is, okay? And we all know that there are a lot of different things that happen in America to divert attention from one thing to another. Okay, can I bring up instances right now? No. Okay, but what I'm saying is that things do not always happen by coincidence. Things do not always happen by random things. Some things are engineered. Okay, the light of the whole Nike situation, the Colin Kaepernick thing, like people try to divert, the attention from what Colin Kaepernick took the knee for, what he stood for taking the knee. They want to divert the attention away by saying he's disrespecting the flag. Okay. So you're saying that type of thing wasn't engineered?
I feel like
That's a whole different thing.
I feel like
But okay,
that's not even remotely the same.
I feel like we're gonna have to come.
It is to say that that was engineered to take away what he did it for. I'm saying that things are engineered, okay, sometimes to divert attention from other things.
We're gonna come back to this here on another episode. Here's
Pretty
what I'll
much
say.
have to.
Here's what I say to this, and this is why I more so agree with Bryce.
Of course you do.
Yeah, because we're not fucking crazy.
What does that mean? I have what do we have in common enough for me to agree with him outside of you?
That's a whole nother episode, brother.
Oh my god! Here we go. Anyway,
Funny how he's backed up none of his beliefs at all.
So
on
here's
this
the thing,
one.
right? Here's
Bro,
the thing.
I don't have to back
Hold on,
up my beliefs on
What were you saying, Jared?
conspiracy
So
theory.
here's the thing.
It's a conspiracy.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
Exactly.
You just don't look
calm down.
at things that's not in front of your fucking
Zeitgeist,
face.
calm down.
That's
Okay.
not looking at shit that's not in front of my face.
Yes, it is.
Listen, here's
You
the
are
thing.
literally looking at the absence of proof and saying that everybody else is ignorant for
It's-
not
it's-
seeing the absence of proof.
Guys,
No.
That's
guys,
literally what you're
I'm
fucking saying.
that I'm looking at.
That's
you
literally
don't
what you're
see
fucking
things
saying.
that are outside of your fucking face. For you to sit here and to blatantly disregard that all things are not just made apart by random or whatever the fuck what you said. All things don't happen just by random or by coincidence. Some things are engineered that way. And you are saying that no, things are not
Oh my
engineered
God.
this way.
Okay, so here,
You're just saying that.
I'm saying that's not engineered that
let me-
way.
Maybe not.
Let me-
but things happen. Things are engineered to take your attention away from certain things that are important to the community.
I feel like this is CNN.
Wow.
Let me say this.
You're being fucking ridiculous.
Let me say
I am
this.
being ridiculous
Yes,
for you.
you're being fucking ridiculous.
How?
Guys.
Because you have no fucking facts.
Hey,
It doesn't matter about having facts, bro.
Lord Jesus, guys, calm down.
We don't need facts for everything.
Josh.
Yeah, you do. That's
No,
how
you don't.
fucking shit is
Do I have to,
proved.
like-
That's the
disconnect somebody's mic here?
conspiracy. That's the whole point of it, Bryce.
Okay,
Wow.
calm down. Everybody, calm down. Calm the hell down. Okay, listen. Here's my thing. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on. Tables have been slapped or punched extremely hard. Legs have been raised at knees. We need to stop this. Okay, it's not CNN. Okay, calm down. Here's my only thing, Josh. I understand what you mean. It could be a possibility. It could.
That's all I'm saying.
Although I'm in more agreement with free will, I do believe, and this is the only reason I say so. Bryce, before we even started this episode, you had to re-listen to Killshot, right?
Yeah.
Because you said you haven't heard it, but you did want to listen to it before we started, right? For research purposes. Hashtag MGTOW episode. So what I'm saying is, Bryce is in a category where he knows of rap, but it's not his mainstay, right? So this doesn't really apply to him in a sense. He did this to be knowledgeable on the situation. If you go to like somebody's show like Tucker Carlson, he's not talking about Eminem versus MGK or G-Eazy or even the fact that Mark Miller died. He's not talking anything that has to do with that. So when you talk about Nike and stuff with the Kaepernick situation, you're talking about a whole big political issue that a lot of people who don't even listen to rap are involved with. So if they don't listen to rap, they don't care that Eminem went after 100 people. They only care about the Kaepernick thing. So while it could come up at the same time, one doesn't mean the other one. One doesn't have to exist for the other one to exist. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Now, on that note, let me say this to get back to the original topic of this damn episode. I don't think Eminem can win this situation between MGK. This is what I mean.
Okay.
I don't think he can lose either, but I don't think he can win. For the simple fact is, Eminem is already God status when it comes to rap. He's God status. There's nothing you can say. MGK is fighting a super uphill battle at this point.
MGK has nothing to lose.
But that's
so-
what I'm saying. So the fact that he responded gives MGK points. Because like as you said, a lot of people are not going to respond to Eminem. Just for the fact that he did it, he gets points. But he'll never win because he's not at that level of Eminem. And as Bryce says, he actually appreciates MGK's Rap Devil a little more. Because they feel like
he has the balls to respond.
well, that not just the balls, but he actually pointed out a lot of things some people think of Eminem, and he actually said it. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, Eminem is so far away that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And for Eminem to reply is the same as like if you beat up a 6-year-old who was talking shit. It's like, yeah, you beat up a 6-year-old, but what the fuck, you know? So it's kind of in that same arena, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, we know you're strong. We know you can beat down this new person, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I say. And that's why even Eminem said it. He said, for him to say anything about MGK is just him, like giving him a bigger career. All it's gonna do is hurt. It can't help or hurt Eminem at this point. No. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think if Eminem lost to MGK, it would hurt him.
Yeah, he would have to lose, but there's just no way.
There's no way he'll lose.
The question is going to be who's going to let it go.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's going to continue forever, or somebody's going to get killed, literally. But with the whole thing with Eminem and MGK is, if Eminem had done this right after the tweet came out, it would have made more sense. But the way that most people are looking at this, whether or not they side with Eminem or whether or not they side with Machine Gun Kelly, is Eminem, for lack of a better phrase, came out of the blue and fired the first shot.
Seemingly. Until yes. I would
just
agree.
because it's been so long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that.
If it was more recent, it'd be a whole different story. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, if you don't respond to something for 6 fucking years,
it should have been dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, should have been dead.
The whole beef was nobody was thinking about it. Nobody gave a shit about Machine Gun Kelly's tweet. I didn't know about his tweet
because he wasn't irrelevant that 6 years ago.
But I'm saying no one knew about it
in a way.
Until it came, that's what I'm saying. He's giving MGK more relevancy.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, he did say in Killshot that I had to give you a career and didn't take
to
it
kill
away.
it. Yeah.
Take it away. Yeah, but that's the thing, though.
But it doesn't work like that. He gave him a career. Period.
So now MGK is smart. When is he releasing his next album? The 21st.
Yeah, because most people
of this month.
Really?
Because most people aren't going to be thinking like, oh man, Eminem killed MGK. I can't listen to MGK anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
No, MGK just got more listeners.
Thank you. It's expected.
How much money did he make just off of Rap Devil alone? Never mind actually selling the song, just posting it to YouTube and the fucking advertisements for it.
Exactly. That's why I
fucking made money just because of that shit.
Or that can be another thing, you know, that this thing was all brought up for record sales.
That I would believe.
Okay.
Because that goes back to the thing.
That's how it is, really.
That goes back to the thing. See, but that not to get stuck on it again, but that's where I do believe that, you know, people are selfish, petty creatures. People want money. And they know that a beef like this is going to generate money, period.
Yeah.
Regardless of the motives, look at the attention it's gotten. Holy shit.
But that's every beef, though.
Like, I will go as far as
well,
say
not every beef. High profile beefs.
It depends on the traction it gains, I would say. Because the thing is like, you were talking about, you know, if you were talking about Joe Budden, you know, dropping the ball. If Machine Gun Kelly had come out with Rap Devil and it was weak, would have just been dead.
Yeah.
Nobody would give a shit.
Yeah,
but he came out with it and he had some good shit in there. Whether or not you agree with him, whether or not you like him better than because here's the thing. Full disclosure, I like Eminem better than Machine Gun Kelly. Period. But I think that Machine Gun Kelly came out and you kind of said this a little bit earlier. I think he basically said something that probably a lot of people were thinking and nobody else had the balls to say. And I mean, not you specifically, just you in general.
Yeah.
Kind of have to give him credit for that.
You do.
You do.
You do.
You know, I think that was like on a breakfast show. You know, like Charlamagne had said that, you know, he likes MGK's song, but he thinks that, you know, he's fighting a battle he can't win.
Exactly. It's like when Tyson was in his prime.
Well,
you give props to people who get into the ring with Tyson.
I'll say this:
to win.
He's never going to win just because of the popularity alone.
And that's what I mean.
Right, and that even plays into how Pusha T and Drake. You know what I'm saying? That Pusha T wasn't going to beat Drake because Drake is the biggest rapper in the
his
right
popularity.
Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like when it comes going back to the quality of lyrics. You know, me and you, all three of us might look at lyrics. Let's say that all three of us look at just lyrics alone, and we all three agree that Machine Gun Kelly had better lyrics. Eminem's still going to win because he's more popular. Period.
That's true. See, but that goes back to the whole Joe Budden thing. It kind of finishes off here. Joe Budden could have the nicest pen in the game, but that popularity that Eminem has,
but he's not reaching everybody.
It's going to overthrow him.
He might be reaching some quality people, but he's
people
not
are going to be
everybody.
hella biased towards Joe Budden.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, they will. I agree.
That's the thing.
And I mean,
but
we talked about that on our musical episodes.
Yeah.
Both the rap and the rock episodes with Sammy Sosa and Off the Ledge is.
Shout out to Sammy Sosa and Off the Ledge.
Yeah, shout out.
But that's the thing, we talked about that before is, I can speak personally for rock music. Rock music's not as big as it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yep.
God damn, it's 2018.
But it's the same thing you said before, though. A lot of artists are surviving off their popularity. Beach Boys, when the last time they put out an album?
Beach Boys.
Well, I'm just saying, people still go to see Beach Boys.
Like, yeah, Lauryn Hill.
Are you... Do you mean Beastie Boys?
No, I mean the Beach
Oh,
Boys.
okay.
Yeah, Beach Boys.
I mean the Beach
Oh,
Boys.
damn, I thought you meant Beastie. Okay.
But Beach Boys ain't came out with shit, and well, I guess that just plays into what you said.
But I mean,
They got hits.
but
Yeah,
exactly. I
guys.
mean, you still got guns and actually I don't know. If
or like
Guns N'
look like
Roses
Salt and
is
Pepper.
around.
They still touring,
Still
selling our shows.
Yeah.
New Edition.
Lauryn Hill, New Edition. They're grown now.
Yeah.
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Jackson
Jackson 4.
4. Yeah, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Mike.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Okay, so I'm going to go back to what you said earlier, not to make a big deal about it, but you mentioned Panic at the Disco earlier.
Yeah.
Their biggest song was I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, but they are selling out shows like they've never sold.
Are they?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Because
their commercial success is
not,
fucking
not
extreme.
not to go too far in this, but they do have at least 3 solid good hits off every album.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
So let me ask you, do you have something you want to wrap it up on?
No. Oh, yeah, I do, but go ahead.
So what do you guys think is going to happen next?
Nothing.
Yeah, I think...
I think this is the
Do
end
you
of
think
it.
MGK is going to respond?
No. I don't see how he could.
No, I think he definitely will. I think he will address it at least one more time on his album.
If he does, I think it's going to be something that's extremely whack, and it's not going to get any airtime.
I don't think it'll be as...
It's hard for me to disagree with that. I'm not going to lie.
I don't think it'll be as
I
present.
want to, but I can't.
Yeah, he can't.
See, sometimes I agree with you.
I get you.
No,
get
see,
you.
what I think is
But
going to happen
go ahead,
is
Jarrett.
it's the same thing as you said before. Sorry, it might have been you, Bryce. With this is the time for him to build his CD proper, to get people interested, ready for it. You know what I'm saying? People are going to scour his CD for the lyrics,
Yeah,
even if it's one
agreed.
line. At this point, MGK, as we said before, has nothing to prove. At this point, he said it. He clapped back at the rap god. That's it. That's all you need to do. Because at this point, it's just popularity versus just popularity battle at this point. That's literally all it is. So to MGK, I give him balls. I give him props for having the balls to do it because a lot of rappers just won't do it.
Okay, let's look at it this way though. If we want to take away popularity,
Yeah.
bar for bar, Eminem still kills him.
Lyrically, yes.
Oh yeah,
Lyrically,
and
yes.
even his flow.
But it's never going to be without the popularity.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if out of us, if we just took popularity out of it,
Well, I would say this. I would say let's wait. Let's wait until we hear MGK's got. Everyone know he's going to at least say something, whether it's going to be in a tweet or it's going to say something. He's going to say
I think
something.
he already has said.
Yeah, in a tweet.
tweets,
He said 2 weeks and 3 interviews later. But
Yeah.
But I mean, let's wait because everybody know he's going to say it. He has to say it. It's the high. It's the wave that's going around. He has to say it. Now, if he says something weak, we just going, hey, that was it.
wonder what
And if he
was
says
his
something extremely left field that we didn't know was coming that blows everybody's socks off, hey, then let the fight continue, I suppose.
yeah,
But I'm with Bryce. I don't think the lyrics against each other are that heavy. You know what I'm saying? Especially after you have a diss of the same year from Pusha T just calling out someone's alleged baby. I don't really know how you compare to that when you just
Shit.
going against age. You know what I'm saying?
there was
True.
something I meant to say earlier too. I will say what I meant to say this earlier is what I do obviously agree with Eminem on is that that kids should be off limits
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
because that was the whole thing with Toy Soldiers.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean
Yeah.
that wasn't. I mean he referenced it in Toy Soldiers, but
yeah, but that was one of the reasons he jumped into the whole Ja Rule beef.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you start on the end of this?
No,
it doesn't matter.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say this.
We're going long
My
enough.
final thoughts. First of all, once again, shout out to Sammy Sosa and Off the Ledge, and once again, check out Sammy Sosa because I know he's traveling around right now and he's doing
Doing big things.
a lot of shows. So
Shout out to my
him.
man. Shout out to Jack Beats.
Yeah. Shout out to
You know what I'm
Jack
saying?
and we definitely appreciate everyone who watches our show once again. And please comment, like, subscribe, let us know what you think. And if you want something that you want to hear us talk about or see these two argue over, let us know.
Right.
I'm replacing Gio in that sense.
I want people to reply and tell me how stupid I am and how how idiotic my conspiracy theory sounds.
I mean, we already got.
I want to know.
We already got people replying and telling me that I want women to rule the earth. So
Yeah, that he's a blue.
That's what they said?
They call him a
I'm
blue scent
paraphrasing.
mangina.
Oh,
yeah.
A blue scent mangina.
a blue sentiment.
Hashtag MGTOW.
All right.
Hashtag take off anytime.
All right, I'm done.
Anything?
Nah.
No. I don't got much to say either. All right. Well, this is the end of another episode of the Takeoff Anytime podcast. We appreciate anybody who fucks with us. And if you don't fuck with us, oh well. We still gonna take off. I'm Josh B. Easy. We out.
Dictionaries.